Hey everybody, welcome to the 1804 Show, Chapter 2. I'm your host, Dollar Will, and this is another episode of 1804 History. And tonight, I wanted to talk about something. I wanted to talk about this crazy, toxic relationship that happened back in the day with James Brown and Tami Terrell. And disclaimer, I don't condone any man putting his hands on a woman. That's sucker shit. I don't promote domestic violence or anything like that. But it's just kind of like, anybody can be a victim. Even a man can be a victim. And I feel like nobody should be putting their hands on anybody. Because it's just uncalled for, and you can just leave anytime you want. But let's get right down to it. So this was before she met Marvin Gaye back in the day. She was still an aspiring singer, and she would just go on the road, sing at clubs and this and that. So somebody pretty much gave her an audition with James Brown, and he liked her, and he pretty much signed her to his record label, and she was singing backup. So it just so happens that this is a 17-year-old woman, well, a 17-year-old girl, because I would say she a woman if she was 18, but she was 17, and he was practically sleeping with her. It's crazy because her mom caught James Brown in the bed with her or whatever. So it was just like crazy because he will abuse her over petty things. Like, oh, you dress like a slut. And he would hit her. And one time he had beat her up because he didn't get the chance. Well, he performed or whatever. He performed. And she didn't watch the entire performance. So he had beat her up from the basement all the way to his room. And everybody watched it. Nobody intervened. So it got to the point where one of his bandmates, Bobby and stuff, had took the initiative to call her mother and was like, "Miss, you need to get here right now. Your daughter needs you. You need to take her home." So I guess her mother came all the way from their hometown and went to go get her. And they went back home. But before they went back home, he had pretty much threatened him, and was like, "If I would have known you was doing this to my daughter, I would have been killed you for touching my daughter." So, but again, it's just one of those things that, this generation, they think that toxic shit is so cool, but it's not. That toxic shit will get you killed. That toxic shit ain't funny. Everybody think that it's the new norm, that it's healthy, but it's not. Because it's unstable when you're the only one that's in love and the other person don't love you. They just love what you can do for them. Money, image, fame, popularity, or whatever. But it's not love. It's sick. It's mental illness. And And yes, you know, I ain't gonna say that she knew what she was doing because she was a kid, but it's just something that she must have saw in her childhood that made her think that this was normal or this was okay to be around or to be intimate with toxic men. Because after that, she got with David Ruffin and stuff like that. Same thing happened. Same cycle. But she was only 24 years old when she died. So she was just a baby. You know, she died from all those fights and all those hits to the head that James Brown gave her. And I don't recommend anybody staying in these type of relationships because, like I said, they're deadly. They're not healthy. Because if somebody ain't hurt from hurting you, then they don't love you. And it's really unfortunate because she could have been a big star. She had a lovely voice. She had the star quality. She was beautiful. She just was a tortured soul. And all she wanted was someone to love her. But she found love in the wrong places. And like I said, it can be very dangerous when you sit back and think about it because this is the new norm of 2022. Because we see Blueface and Christian Rock and we think, oh, they are so inseparable, but it's not. It's dangerous. It's unhealthy to be with somebody who just fights you and put your hands on you and stuff like that. That's not foreplay. That's red flags. If somebody hits you with a closed fist, man or woman, that's a red flag. Get the hell out. Leave. You know? And you gotta stop ignoring red flags. And we gotta stop not holding each other accountable. Because some people just stay with who they used to or what they know. And sometimes what you know ain't what's good for you. Sometimes you just need to pick somebody that's like the total opposite of what you go for. Because that person that you may not think is cute or the person you may not find attractive may be the one that will change your entire life, give you happiness. Y'all will be inseparable because the personality outweighs the looks or outweighs the weight, outweighs the height, whatever. It's just how this person treats me and stuff like that. He makes me feel special. He makes me feel happy, vice versa. But it's just unfortunate because she was such a baby. To be honest with you, she was very young. Oops, sorry. But yeah, anybody who's seen the Get On Up movie should be surprised by this because I was so hurt when he hit Joe Scott. I wanted to go to the TV my damn self and beat his ass. But yeah, there's no shock. There's no surprise about him being a womanizer, a woman beater and stuff like that because of the estranged relationship that he had with his mother. So he felt like his mother was every woman that he been with because he exhibited that with his father being up on his mother. So he felt like that was normal. But it's not normal. It's pathetic. It's unfair that a man gotta assault a woman like that. But it's just, we have to be careful. We have to be cautious because that person that you meet can ruin your entire life. And there's nothing that we can do about it except wish that we could have been there, wish we could have intervened, wish we could have done something before it got too late or got to the point of no return. But we just have to keep in mind that these type of relationships are rapid, especially in the Black community. These relationships is hazardous to our future generations to come. And even worse when a child's involved. So we just have to just keep in mind. And I'm not trying to demonize James Brown. I think he's one of the best Black musicians of all time. But he had his demons. He had his flaws just like everybody else. But I just couldn't not address this, because I think that us as men need to address men abusing women. I never abused anybody. If anything, I always defended myself. So if you a girl, if you coming at me, I'm gonna knock your ass out. But I'm not gonna be the type to just come home from work from having a bad day and cuss you out and provoke you and put my hands on you, because I'm not a coward. That's what cowards do. But if anything, I just think that we just need to do better. We just need to leave these type of relationships alone and go find somebody who would treat us right. But she never got the chance to live a long life. So rest in peace, Miss Tami Terrell. You are loved and you are respected as a legend in Motown music. But James Brown, rest in peace. But you want shit for this. So I just gotta say that. But I'm gonna end this episode, guys. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel, on YouTube, the 1804 Show, Chapter 2. And if you want to donate to the Cashapp, my Cashapp, $, the 1804 Show. And I will catch y'all on the next one. Peace.